it's a Tuesday. Oh my God, we're doing a podcast on a rainy Tuesday.
Not raining where I am. However, I appreciate your rain.
Do you hear it?
Not at this present moment, but I do when it does the thing.
It's crumbly, unless it's my stomach because I didn't eat dinner yet. Happy rainy Tuesday. Hi, Olivia in the comment section. Right on time, too. So appreciative. But yeah, happy Tuesday.
We're trying a new thing out where you can see the comments on the pod.
Yeah, we'll see how it goes. Unless somebody puts like a weird thing, like we get one of those spam bots again, and then we turn it off. But that's fine. You can hear my voice today, and Amber, I'm sure you can hear. Like I sound like this because I'm fringe fried, which is a term that we use after the Orlando Fringe of 12 straight days of theater, which is amazing. But this was the hottest Fringe I can remember in ever. I think the heat index got to be like 103. It rained a little bit like 2 days ago, but it was like dry for the most part. And then now we've got like this crazy storm where you can hear it. I don't know. I feel like the rain might be moving away because it was like grumbling and lightning, and like my lights on my eyes were, I looked like Rogue and Storm and all sorts of X-Men. It was great. But that's it. So I took a rain nap. I'm like, you start the rain, I just immediately fall asleep. Just immediately. Mm-hmm. Oh, God, is that you? I feel like Hedwig. Did you ever see Hedwig in the Angry Inch?
Not in a long time. I've seen it like once.
Okay. So there's the Origin of Love, where the gods, pretty much like Zeus throws bolts of lightning and they all stop. That's always my favorite scene. Like the band is sitting there, and then thunder. I'm not going to sing it because they sound like death, but that's how I always feel. I'm like, hello, is somebody going to smite me? Anyways, but happy Tuesday. Welcome to the Broadway Fan Club podcast. I am Heather, your very tired host, and Amber is here, and she is also your very tired host, but we're going to have a great show for our official 50th. It's hard for me to do that. Buongiorno, Cheyenne Cook. Are we in Italia right now? Because that's awesome. But yeah, it's our quote-unquote our official 50th. If you go by how many acts we've had since we started. But we have had several special editions and limited runs. But this is our official 50th of just Amber and I chatting it up and giving you guys all the best for the updated Broadway news, which there is some crazy stuff happening right now and some awesome stuff.
Some crazy stuff.
Some new stuff. And then I may have been listening to Heather's the Musical for the last week on replay. So it's great. Hi, Jeffrey Cohen. Yay, Jeff's birthday, his 70th birthday was on Sunday. Everybody saying
happy birthday.
Yay.
I love that.
Love it. Well, thanks for
coming. Wish we could be there to celebrate with you.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, it was 2 days ago, so technically we are celebrating now. We're going to continue your birthday celebration by hopefully giving you all of the good information. And we want to hear what you think about One of Us, a Social Club. So awesome. Happy birthday. And then also friends to the show, Christopher Levy and Ned Wilkinson, they were at Fringe. They have this awesome show called Fosgate, Ferret Loan Officer. And they won the Critics' Choice for Best Family Show. It's literally the Merchant of Venice meets Animal Farm. It's fantastic. It was amazing. It was amazing.
That's so cool.
I get a little bit depressy like after Fringe because, there's friends all over. Like there's people from Orlando, but I've got friends from Tampa and I have friends that are, in Japan and California and the UK and New York. Like, so it's everywhere, all over the place. And, so I've been very spoiled the last 2 weeks of seeing everybody all day, every day. We always say see you every day. It's like the Fringe goodbye. And then last night we had the award ceremony, and then like the after party was at this really cool like gay bar called Savoy. Shout out to Savoy, Orlando. But it was weird because usually it's on this what we call the Lawn of Fabulousness, which is this grassy hub that we have in between most of our venues. It has like a bar and live music, and so the award ceremony usually gets rained on, but we don't care. But indoors, so it felt like The Price is Right meets The Hunger Games because there was like every artist, every show, and then some. And we're all standing there. I'm like, I volunteer as tribute. but, but yeah, so we went to the after party, which was just like just a nice little way to say goodbye to everybody. But I feel like it almost made it easier to take. Amber, you know this reference. You know when we're about to like take that step back into reality when we leave stage door, where we're like, all right, we're gonna leave. We walk across the street, or we walk out of like the bubble, and then we're like, that's harder on the lawn because you physically are walking away from where you've been for 2 weeks. But I think because we were in a venue and then went to the after party, I think it made it a little bit easier, but like it still doesn't feel over. So my heart still hurts though. And I still look tired. Lightning. It's right in my window. But yeah, do you want to get into some newsy poozies?
I still would love to hear a little bit more about Fringe.
So when Amber is telling me that means she's still sharing to all 104 of our fan groups.
I gotta tell you, the thing that really holds me up is that I use a Mac.
Well, you love
your products. When I work from home, I stream into my work computer, which makes my Mac a PC.
Oh. That's
so
different.
I always get so confused as to what button is copy and paste.
Yeah.
Because I'm always like, wait, where am I? What am I doing? What button is actually copy and paste? Because I never actually know where I am.
So I have, we're just going to overshare about our computers. I love HP. I've had HP for forever. Last year, BJ's, the wholesale club, was running a special, and I got like, it's a 360, so I can turn it like upside down or inside out, and it turns into like a touch. But every once in a while, if I do that and then I put it back normal, the screen still stays upside down. So when I logged in today, it was upside down, and I was like, oh, I might have to do this show upside down tonight. That's cool. So you guys would have seen me flipped over. But
yeah.
Yeah, gotta love technology when it works, right? But
I was expecting you to say that it was upside down and logged into Tommy Bracco's Instagram.
No, but that's always logged into Tommy Bracco. So for those of you that are new to our show, this has become an ongoing thing. It started happening to Amber, and it's not logged into his actual account where like we control what he's
we're updating as him. No, that's not happening.
I mean, I would just post these a day every day. Because why not? But when we go to type in Instagram, like if I type the letter I into my search panel, it immediately pulls up Tommy Bracco's Instagram for whatever reason, so that we can go and stream live, because we do stream the Broadway Fan Club podcast live, not only on Facebook and YouTube, but also Instagram. So it does that, and it just kind of become a laughable haha. And Amber started doing it, and somehow now hers is also Tommy Bracco, which is
a
haha moment. I see Olivia posted, anyone going to Tony watch parties? Olivia, we can talk about Tony watch parties.
Yeah, that's cool. That's a cool topic.
I am going to toss leg. I've been doing that the last 2 weeks. I'm so sorry. It's going to happen. I am very fortunate that, again, friend of the show, Chris Levy, has a Tony's party and has been a theater friend of mine for quite some time. The last couple of years I've been in New York, but because I'll be in New York at the end of June, for Broadway Bears. Yay. I am going to Chris and Ned's Tony's gathering. It's not a massive party, but it's a small, intimate gathering of some of my favorite people. And we're going to have some charcuterie and some wine and some snacks. And Chris orders cookies from Schmackery's. Yay. He actually was super sweet and made a cookie delivery and brought me cookies last week. So I had my schmacks fixed. So I'm very excited.
Nice.
But yeah, so we're going to do that. I see Olivia said you're going to Seth Rudetsky's one. I love our Seth. I've gone a couple of times. And a friend of the show, Alan Seals, is actually, not Alan Seals, well, Alan Clifford is actually the producer for that over the Triad. So you'll have a great time. Seth hosts, it's like Seth's living room, Tony's party. So it's very intimate, even though the Triad Upper West, my brain no worky. It's very tiny, but then it's like tall. So there's like a balcony and a mezzanine. But it's a lot of fun. And you watch the Tonys together. Every once in a while, he'll call somebody. There's giveaways. So it's a lot of fun. Still my favorite, though, was last year's. Was the American Express experience right next to Lincoln Center that Skylar Aston hosted, that I was this close and I was okay with that. And I won they had this American Express like convenience machine, like a vending machine. So if you answered a trivia question on the machine, it like gave you a prize. So I won a fully autographed playbill of The Notebook, which I thought was very cool.
That was cool.
Yeah, it was really cool. They did a very good job there.
You're good at vending machines.
I'm good at vending machines?
Or not vending machines, like
thank you. I just push buttons.
Like game machines.
Yeah, like the skill stuff is required.
The skill, yeah. Like you know what I'm talking about?
What Amber is saying, that I'm very good at pushing buttons.
Yes, that too.
Jack Rollins, new here. I'm new here. Glad I found you. Hey, we're glad you found us too, Jack. You just saw Redwood and Maybe Happy Ending. Amazing. And we'll start talking about Maybe Happy Ending soon, because honestly, I was thinking about it. I was filling out like one of those like Tony's predictions. I think they're getting Best Musical.
I do too.
I really think it's happening.
I do too.
And I can't wait to see what Redwood does. I have a feeling something coming soon.
Yeah.
But we can't wait to hear what you think too. So for those of you that are new here, I guess we can do a little bit of an introduction of how we work. We talk everybody's faces off, but if there's anything that you want to talk about, definitely put in the comment section. We are trying something new through StreamYard, which you guys can see in the bottom, I guess, right corner of your screen, which is everybody's comments. If there's something weird that pops up, just know it's spam and we're working to delete it. But we are always happy for you guys to talk amongst yourself in the comment section, or if you want to talk about something or add to it, please go ahead and do so. This is like our whole goal when Amber and I started this, was we just kind of want to be like we're sitting down at DD's Soup Dumpling and talking about shows. I don't want my damn soup dumplings. So that's where we're at with it. But yeah, everyone's seeing shows. This is great. So my next trip up is going to be at Broadway Bears. And I am trying so hard to get a ticket over to Heather's, because they are sold out for the first couple of previews. Over at New World Stages. But yeah, we shall see. I may have sent an email to their production, like their GM team today. So we'll see. And then I'll be seeing Joy the Musical as well. And hopefully Amber can make it. If not, I will just video call you the entire time. No, I wouldn't do that. That's mean. Hey, you know what? Let's talk about my favorite group while Amber is still posting to all 104 of our groups. Also, it's a good time to remind you guys to go check out our website, www.thebroadwayfanclub.com, which will show you most of our groups that we have. So at the Orlando Fringe, and I'm going to say it, there was this beautiful production. Now it's all local stuff. It's not like a touring show. It's something that's like written, or this is for the artist, by the artist, unjuried selection, so it's by lottery. This really talented group of individuals put together what I would say would be the most beautiful off-Broadway production of The Great Gatsby.
I was gonna say, I heard about this.
You did?
I heard about this.
How?
I just heard there was a Great Gatsby performance at Fringe this year.
Where did you hear that? I haven't even told you. But yes. So they did this beautiful job. And now the first couple of minutes, this older guy sitting next to me has his phone out, and you're not supposed to take photos or record, same rules. Full brightness, elbows out, and his elbow happened to be touching like inside of my body, essentially, like this area. And I turned to him after he's done, and I was like, "Hi, are you going to be doing that the whole time?" Because I don't want to be watching the show through a screen or like having somebody I don't know touch me. And he told me to mind my effing business. And I was like, cool. The second time it happens, I'm literally like shoving him off of my body. And I hoped he gets like the memo. Like 30 seconds later, he's done. I'm like, ugh. The third time he does it, I am what I would say overly vocalizing my frustration.
The club.
Like anything I can to be like, bro, can you please stop recording this? This is very distracting. And also you're like in my face with it. He doesn't get it. The fourth time, I inch closer to the girl to my right who is sloppy drunk and spills her drink on me. And I'm like, oh my God, I'm done. I'm done. My anxiety, the PTSD from my car accident, everything. And I'm like, I am in flight mode. I turn to him, I tap his shoulder, and I say, just so you know, you're the reason I'm leaving the show right now. And I haul ass out. I talk to the venue captain, who's a volunteer. They're all great, incredible volunteers. And she got the box office to one of the directors. And I'm just like, oh my God. Guys, please, oh, please, oh, please, oh, please, oh, please. Same rules apply. If you're at a Broadway show, an off-Broadway show, a local production, a touring production, something in your freaking basement. One, don't be a dick and record stuff or put your camera or your iPad out or whatever, unless it's a translating screen and it's already set up. Two,
if you're at a show in my basement, please record me.
You don't have a basement.
You're right. I don't.
But so something fun and cool about Amber's apartment that I'm going to overshare is Amber lives in what used to be like an old school. It's very cool and it's super haunted, which I love. But Amber lives in like, it's the gymnasium like section, right? So
Yes.
when you go into, I'm oversharing, I'm sorry, this is your story to tell. But like when you go in, first off, it's a legit school, or what used to be. So the apartments are classrooms. But when you go in, there's a giant gymnasium or what used to be the gymnasium, same gymnasium floors. Like it's cool. But there looks like there used to be like a stage. So I always joke and I'm like, oh, cool. We could just knock down those walls and put a production.
Do a performance. Yeah, exactly. I'll do it on my stage, not in my basement.
If you do it on your stage, I will record. But also like some shows at Fringe will hire, we will record like a video team that will come and professionally produce it. That's fine because they're not dicks. They know where to sit. They don't have their screens on full blast. Like they're pretty good about it. Or like for shows that we've done, like I'll sit on the very, very far back as part of the production team and record like on a phone, like on a tripod. But like, don't, if somebody is clearly bothered by it, but like, don't do that because it ruins the experience for everybody. You know, I still I cannot talk today. I still felt very uncomfortable. Like when we went to 20-Sided Tavern, love our friends in Dungeons and Dragons, 20-Sided Tavern. But the first time I went, they're like, yeah, take as many photos and videos as you want. And you're going to be playing games on your phone. I was like,
yeah,
like, I feel so weird being like,
this is weird. I don't know what to do.
But we had a good time with it. We had a good time with it. So,
it's like, must put phone away.
Yes. I don't know. Oh, yeah. Also, this is my phone case that everyone this week was like, oh my God, somebody's got a nice camera. And I'm like, it's my phone case. So it's in my lap now. But yeah. Oh, so you know what, Amber? Very good question. Our new friend Jack said, who's pumped for ragtime? And I think I know the question, or the answer to the question could be, I don't know, this girl right here.
I am. I haven't gotten tickets yet because I am currently going through a broke moment in my life.
Yes, you're in your broke era.
I'm in my broke era. But I Could not be more excited for it.
Yeah. Yeah. When it came out, I was waiting for you to be like, holy crap. But yeah, now if they did that and chorus line,
This would be a done deal. This would be like
Amber would move to
Amber's revival season. Throw an Aida, and I'd be like, I'm done for. I'm done for.
I may have gotten intel into one of my favorite shows. That's like a cult classic favorite show, and I may
especially with Rocky Horror. Yeah, it'd be done.
Besides Rocky Horror. Besides that, do you want to know what show is currently on its way back to Broadway stages?
Feed me.
Freaking The Secret Garden.
You know, do you want to know what is like one of my most guiltiest pleasures?
Secret Garden.
It's watching 6-year-old Daisy Egan accept their Tony Award speech.
Yeah.
I watch it like annually. I'm
do you want to explain that to our followers?
Must be time for me to watch Daisy Egan accept her Tony Award again, because it's just like the most wholesome moment of my life. I love watching it. I love it. I currently listen to Daisy on a podcast right now. They're amazing. I love them. And it's just it's a great moment.
Yeah. So I'm reading through our comments, and I'm going to post this bigger. So Olivia posts, I met a fan at Smash I felt so bad with. The person next to her told her if she leaves to go to the bathroom during intermission, they will not allow her back into her seat. So the usher had to get involved and told the audience member next to her she has to let her go back to her seat. 1, it's intermission. 2, who the F does this girl think she is, or this person think that they are, to be like, nah, if you have to, what?
That's madness. Imagine if they like pulled out those, like, I just picture like them pulling out those like traffic control cones, and they're like, no, do not pass.
or like, God, thou shalt not
pass. Exactly. Yeah.
You're nerding out. This is great. Olivia, stop getting ahead of us. Anyone read about the Patti LuPone versus Audra? I guess we can get into Broadway news and get into that. Do you want to talk about that, Amber?
Sure. Well, Broadway news.
Go on.
I guess we should just start right there, shall we?
Also, I have to make mention, a friend of mine, someone posted in our buy-sell chat, and I'm like, why are we talking about the Tonys and buy-sell? Anyways, a friend of mine, Elliot, who did this really cool Pokemon stand-up comedy at Fringe called Jokemon. He is in the U.S. for the first time from the U.K., and he is in New York, so he is learning all about the things. So I am getting blown up being asked questions about what to do in New York City. And I'm like, hi, I feel special. Yeah, go on. Let's get into the drama of it all.
All right. So remember a couple of months back, there was the Hell's Kitchen sound controversy.
For those that don't remember what that was, do you want me to Cliff Notes it, or do you want to Cliff Notes it?
Cliff Notes it. Go ahead.
Queen Patti LuPone. We love Patti, but she's a little bit sensitive to certain things.
She makes choices.
So Hell's Kitchen and the roommate essentially share. See? I don't know if you guys heard the freaking thunderclap, but the gods know that I'm talking about Patti LuPone. Not in a great way. But they kind of share, I wouldn't say share a wall, but there are theaters that are adjacent to each other. And the walls are thinner because they're older theaters. Well, the sound coming from Hell's Kitchen, the Alicia Keys show, was quite loud, apparently, during a very small and quiet, intimate scene of the roommate, which was all small and quiet considering there were just 2 people on stage the whole time. And so Patti essentially went over to not just the house and not just the producers, but the general management team essentially, and said, "Hey, your shit is too loud. Lower it because it's very distracting." And what do you do when Patti LuPone's like, "Your music's too loud and it's distracting our audience," which it was not.
And Patti freaking LuPone, like that, and signed Patti
Yeah.
LuPone. You know what I mean? Like,
Yes, signed Patti LuPone.
Through that it was Patti LuPone doing it. Like,
right. Like, not even somebody on behalf of Patti. This is her going. So
right.
the sound team actually like edited choices that they had for audio and lowered the music, even though they had been playing for the better part of a year before the remake came in for their limited run, whatever. And then Patti sent them flowers. Hey, thanks. But also, do you remember when people were coming out of Hell's Kitchen and brought a Hell's Kitchen playbill to the roommates since they were essentially sharing a stage door exit?
Yeah.
And Patti LuPone refused to sign it. One, I get that. I would feel uncomfortable asking a performer to sign a playbill of something they weren't in.
And
Like,
yeah.
Weird. It's kind of weird.
Yeah.
To me, if it's like bringing like a Universal Studios autograph book to Disney and vice versa, but that's not as bad. But she not only did that, but on a recording, she made quite a nice comment. So Patti has a little bit of a, remember a couple years ago, somebody took their phone out and she literally stopped the show to call them out.
Yeah.
So, but go on, continue.
Well, you missed like the most important part of the story.
Oh, did I? Which part?
Yeah. That Cassia Lewis.
Oh, yeah. I forgot about that. Go on.
Went on Instagram and made a video addressing Patti, addressing certain microaggressions that she interpreted and felt were portrayed by this act of asking the people to lower the music. So after that, apparently, Audra McDonald replied with a clap emoji and a heart. To which Miss LuPone apparently did not like. This apparently started controversy.
Who would have thought?
Right. Apparently, Patti had, after she saw this, thought that was typical of Audra. She's not a friend. So apparently there's some type of bad blood going on. And then when...
and I'm going to interrupt this for a second. Do you think... That's not bad. It's already bad. Do you think that it's a PR stunt to get more eyes on Audra and Patti for the Tonys because there's talks of,
I don't know. Oh. And then she did not acknowledge...
Jeffrey Cohen have to leave at 8:55 tonight. Plenty of time, 27 minutes. We got it, Jeffrey. I know Jeffrey wants to talk about Jess. We're going to talk about that in news too. Go on.
Yes. And then when asked about the current production of Gypsy, she stared in silence for 15 seconds, turned to the window and sighed and said, "What a beautiful day."
Can you do your best Patti impression doing that?
What a beautiful day.
What a beautiful day. It's interesting. It's so much drama. So much petty drama. And I say this after coming out of the Orlando Fringe Festival, which is a lot of petty drama. No offense. I mean, it is, though. There's a lot of crazy BS. But it's theater, guys. This is the opportunity for every shape and size and color of person and human being to sit in a room and enjoy something for a little bit over 2 hours as I lose my voice. But you're sitting there and it's a magical experience. Don't be a dick. That is literally going to be on the shirts that we make next time. Our next merch shirt, don't be a dick. And that goes to Patti LuPone too. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like there's enough space for everyone. And I feel like walking around, I read another quote where she was like, how many shows was she in, bitch, kind of thing. And I was like, that's like that doesn't make you look good,
I don't think she's worried at that point. I don't. And Olivia
Right.
makes a good point. I feel like Patty can dish it, but won't be able to take it kind of person. I agree.
Yeah.
It's like you say something, you expect it to stick, but you expect nobody else to be like, "Hi, I have a problem with that." Now,
Right.
maybe back in the day, I will say that everybody is a little bit more open and conversational or quick to respond nowadays. Like
Right.
it's that woke moment. I hate to say it like that, but like people really have no shame at this point, really.
Yeah.
Um,
Right.
but nowadays, like you do something to piss somebody off, there is somebody in this world that's gonna be
Yeah.
like, "Hey, I'm not okay with that," and I'm not.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I agree. But yes, going back to that, I also heard that there is going to be a chess revival, and I have seen an Instagram page for Chess Broadway.
Yes, there is. And guess who makes that very happy?
That guy.
Not only that guy, but me, because you know who's in the original chess?
No.
Adam Pascal.
Okay, I was gonna say.
Yes.
Yeah, it's gonna be great. Very exciting. Very exciting to see who will be in the new cast.
It will be very interesting to see if they modernize it or if they keep
Right.
it Russia Cold War.
Yeah. Right. Yeah, we'll see.
Yeah. So, all right. What's next on the Broadway news agenda, my friend?
I gotta tell you, there's like some good stuff. I'm pretty excited.
There is some good stuff. Go on.
Sticking with the past couple week theme of NPR Tiny Desks,
Uh-huh.
Buena Vista Social Club got a tiny desk. So exciting for them. That's
Can you imagine putting
amazing.
that whole show in the tiny desk? And they did it.
Can you imagine being NPR and having all of these amazing Broadway tiny desks and not one of them being maybe happy ending?
No comment.
I have something to say about it.
No comment.
I just have something to say about it.
I have a feeling it's coming after June.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see.
Yeah. Yeah.
We have some upcoming cast changes at Little Shop of Horrors.
So excited.
Graham Phillips will be joining the cast, joining Liz Gillies when she extends as Audrey.
And Milo, you know where Milo's going?
No.
Milo, okay, so Milo Manheim of Disney's Zombies fame too, before he just freaking took Little Shop and kicked its ass. As I die. So I'm a Disney kid through and through. So Zombies, the Disney original.
I heard there's like a new movie coming out.
There's a new one that they've been teasing for like almost 3 years where she learns that she's a vampire or something. But they are pairing up with another really cool Disney Channel original movie franchise of The Descendants, which is all the villain kids.
Got
and
it.
where you will very clearly find, you know, the fabulous Kristen Chenoweth and the amazing Cheyenne Jackson as part of the team. And Zombies and Descendants are going on like a tour. They're going to do like what the Jonas Brothers have done, or like when High School Musical was really popular, they're going to go to do a national tour. So
cool.
Milo is leaving to go get ready for that, which makes me sad because I wanted to see him in Little Shop, but also it makes me happy that I could probably get tickets back into Little Shop again because it was impossible to get.
Impossible to get. Yeah, impossible.
Impossible.
We had some other great news. My current obsession, John Proctor as the villain, has extended its Broadway run to July 13th, which is not great for me because then what am I going to see? John Proctor as the villain or Sunset Boulevard?
Sunset Boulevard.
Yeah, no, obviously the answer is Sunset Boulevard. That was a stupid question.
I mean, I have this problem where I'm up really late and I scroll through like videos and reels and stuff. And just simply because of Amber, I have a lot of Sunset Boulevard stuff come up, and more specifically, a lot of Tom Francis Sunset Boulevard stuff. So like 3 o'clock in the morning. I'm like, video, send, message, and then Amber, like the next day, she's like, you were up late. But like the last one was, did you see the one I sent you with his?
Have you seen the newest Tom Francis video?
But did you see the one I sent you with the?
No.
Oh, you didn't watch that one?
No, because I was
before the show, and he's like just Tom Francis, and then this is me after the show, and he is shirtless.
Oh, I've seen that. I saw that one. Yeah, I saw that one.
What's the newest one?
He started a TikTok account called like, hold on. Where's my phone? Of course,
Amber would find this.
Where is my phone? Where's my phone?
I don't know.
I don't even know. Oh, here. I'll just do this. All right.
And yes, I will acknowledge Billy Murphy. Gianna Harris is joining and Juliet next month of School of Rock. And going to be so cool. I'm excited.
All right. It's called Soda Scout. So go to TikTok, Soda Scout. There is
Soda Scout?
There is one Kurt video, and it's of Tom Francis sitting there going, hi, it's me. I review sodas, so you don't have to.
Shut up. Hold on.
It's the funniest damn thing.
Oh, it's here. Hold on.
No, my God. It's so...
Stand by, everybody. Don't you worry. We're going to show it right now. Wait, why is there no sound?
I don't know. Where's the sound at? Oh, because it's crossed off. Rewind. Rewind.
I'm Soda Scout here. I'm trying soda so that you don't have to. One bottle, one mission. Let's crack it open.
So apparently in Tom Francis' spare time, he will be trying sodas and sampling them for the internet.
Did you watch Netflix's You? Did you watch it?
No, I didn't. Okay. I know he's in it, but he doesn't look like
he is very much in it. Sound off in the comments if you watch Netflix's show You and watched it all the way through the end and can look at Tom Francis any differently now like I can. We'll just leave that to that. Anyways, moving on. Soda Scout. Okay, thank you, Tom Francis. Yo, weirdo. Love it.
Moving on, we have some pretty cool casting noise.
Cool. We're both tired. This is great for a 50th episode. I feel like a 50-year-old. Also, we forgot to mention Tom Francis's random appearance at Marie's Crisis last week, singing.
Yes.
Sunset Boulevard and around Marie's
walking
Crisis.
Around. Yeah.
Which, if you guys have never been to Marie's Crisis, it is so tiny, and he was walking over chairs and. I love New York. Man, oh man, I love New York. Go on.
So, back to Queen Audra McDonald. She will be having a 1-week vacation in July, and Tony-nominated star Montego Glover, who you might know from Memphis and Into the Woods, will be stepping into the role of Mama Rose.
I think this is the first time, right?
From June 30th to July 6th. Yes. So that will be interesting.
Yeah, it'll be, but it's well deserved too, though.
Yeah, it will be very cool to see someone else. I wonder if she will be posed to like become an additional like standby or an understudy type thing for moving forward, or even to take over the role in the future.
It'll be interesting. I don't know. I think if Audra leaves, I think it's going to be hard to keep Gypsy open.
Right, because it was marketed as Audra Gypsy.
Right. Which, I mean, it is the Majestic Theater.
Right.
Maybe.
Perhaps.
And I mean, immersive Phantom and modern Phantom.
Yeah.
I'm gonna just. Yeah, I'm so excited. So freaking excited. There's been more immersive stuff talking hard, so we'll see what happens.
Yeah. More casting news.
So much.
This one is some Heather adjacent casting news.
Oh, is it?
It is. We have Derek Klena will be dancing through life from starting as it today through June 8th.
I know it's such a short period of time. I'm very sad. But he's also going to be doing his concert in July.
Yeah, so that's very exciting. He will be stepping back as Fiero.
I had a two nights ago. Let's see. Fringe time works differently in this world. It's true. But I was talking to my friend Jessica Womack. We were actually sitting on the lawn at Fringe having a full-blown conversation because Jess and her partner are obsessed with Aaron Tveit. And I was like, love me some Aaron. Also, thank you for saying his last name properly, but also Derek Klena. And we had an hour-long back and forth discussion of Derek versus Aaron. And I had to play them videos of Derek. And now they're a true believer in Derek Klenaism.
All right. Well, you as the Church of Derek Klena have done your part in spreading the mission.
Hallelujah.
Hello, my name is Elder Bador.
She's Elder Bador. Oh no, I love Derek. I really do. I had the opportunity to see him live at Anastasia, and it was just everything. He's just so well put together. And then I saw him at Moulin Rouge, and everything was done. Him as Christian, like him and Aaron, like I told you, they kind of go the same path. And I would love, here's the thing. Jess at a point, she was like, yeah, I don't see him as the MC though. I see Aaron as the MC. And I'm like 100%. I could see Aaron come in as the MC, which we'll talk about in a second too, about what we think with Orville and Eva. But I don't see Derek is too classically trained.
Yeah.
He would be beautiful for like Air Schultz if you want to go younger. But I can't see him as the MC. I can see Aaron as the MC.
Okay.
Yeah. We're going to have like a debate one of these days. I want to bring in people who are either Team Aaron or Team Derek and see why.
All right. That's a fun debate day.
Yeah. Yeah, I thought so. But yes, moving on.
We've been having the Ham for Ham revivals, which have been amazing. Amazing.
With an E?
With an E. I think the most recent one featured Death Becomes Her, Dead Outlaw, lots of death.
It was all the death. It was all the gothy ones.
It was all the death, all the gothy ones. Yeah.
But I've been looking at it because you made comment about it last week that Megan and Jen have been wearing outfits like Jen will have like a big like centerpiece, or like Megan has like a slit around her neck. And they didn't do it for him.
I know they did
were
not.
Both in beige, and then of course
both in beige.
Jennifer Samar starts off with, "Oh my god, that was so fucking weird," and like that's the viral sound coming out of that show. There's so many clips of it.
Right.
But I adore them both, and they deserve everything in the world.
Yeah, it was.
I don't
know.
What do you think they're going to take of the Tonys now that we've had a couple weeks to process?
I honestly have no idea. I feel like I'm just like a big dummy when it comes to like making predictions.
Well, let's think about it. I think best costuming.
I think they have a real chance.
Who else has really incredible? And sound off in the comment section too. Who else has incredible costuming this season?
I need to visualize the nominees. Hold on.
Okay. Do you want me to pull up the list?
I'm pulling them up right now because
you pulling them up to everybody.
You pulling them up is not going to help me visualize them.
Well, while you're doing that, do you want me to tell everybody who is in the running for best costuming for the Tonys?
Best costuming.
So Olivia says Boop. Amber is doing her own research.
I'm doing my own research. Yeah.
So, Olivia, did you see the clip that they released? Actually, I could probably pull it up now too because it's on public forum. Stand by. So,
Yeah.
Boop pulled up, or they released my freaking favorite scene, which is, well, not even my favorite scene. I take that back. My favorite choreo. Let me pull this up. It's the scene 2 or act 2 opening.
It's so cool.
Top of act 2. Let's see if I can pause it. Enjoy, guys. I think so, Olivia. I would love to see Boop take it, but I do really think. I wonder if I can find a better video, but I really do think that they are going to be able to choose to get it. Boop had some really cool stuff. Hello, screen. There we go. But I really think that the costuming effects, like when Jen gets shot in the stomach and there's a giant hole. We tried to do that for Amber's costume for Halloween. It's hard to do.
Yeah. Who knew? It ain't easy.
I am trying to see. Hold on. I'm double checking this video, guys, to make sure it's not all weird. This is only 42 seconds. All right, stand by. This is what I was talking about the minute I got out of the show, and I haven't stopped talking about it yet. Have you seen this, Amber?
Yeah.
Okay. Everybody enjoy this. I know Jeffrey and I were talking about it too. Oh no, I can't make it bigger. Well, oh well. So this is from Where is Betty? Guys, this is not a special effect. This is physical costume and lighting. And I cannot imagine as a theater manager calling this. It's like they changed. They have changed. There's like 30 qualities. 5 seconds. And it is so freaking fascinating and incredible to watch. Incredible.
Yeah.
Jeffrey, I'll send it to you directly, not a problem, because it's on their TikTok. But that song is captivating and it's beautiful and it's memorable. And like, I'm quoting that damn show now. So Betty Boop, it's her time to shine. I'm going to show you guys that picture one day. But I think Boop has to take something. I just don't think it's costuming.
Mm-hmm.
I would love to say it would be, but I think Death Becomes Her. It's a little bit more grandiose and all of that stoning. Plus the giant amethyst geode that Michelle comes out and, oh, are you kidding me? Forget it.
Yeah, it's true. It's amazing.
Right. What do you think?
I think Death Becomes Her. Looking at the options, I think it's Death Becomes Her.
What are the options that you've got them in front of you? Boop, Death Becomes Her.
Boop, Death Becomes Her, Buena Vista Social Club, Maybe Happy Ending, and Just in Time.
And here's my thing. Maybe Happy Ending. I don't know how they would go into costuming.
Yeah.
Like plain outfits. Like they're normal outfits. There's nothing special.
Yeah.
One of us a social club also could be a high contender.
Right. I agree.
And amazing. But I would love to see it between Death Becomes Her and Boop. For sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yep. All right. What's next on the agenda?
That's all I got for news. That's all I got for news. We could watch my favorite Tony clip of Daisy Egan getting her Tony Award.
Did you pull it up? I was trying to look for it.
No,
also,
I didn't.
I also appreciate the Beetlejuice shirt.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you pulling it up then? Does anybody have any favorite Tony's moments? Do you guys have like a favorite acceptance speech or opening speech? Or mine still is, I mean, Neil Patrick Harris can do no wrong. And I remember when he did the Be More Chill opening, which was hysterical when he started in the bathroom. And then Billy Crystal a bajillion years ago when he came out on the elephant from Aladdin. I mean, there's been some really cool stuff. I'm going to be curious to see how Cynthia Erivo takes it. The last couple of years, I've been kind of bored. Is this it?
This is it. Now, keep in mind, I feel like Daisy Egan was like the youngest winner for a really long time up until very recently.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, let's see.
The nominees for Best Featured Actress in a Musical are Daisy Egan, The Secret Garden.
Look at that 80s or early 90s dress.
I know.
La Chance, Once on This Island. Katie Huffman, The Will Rogers Follies.
Feathered hair.
Alison Fraser, The Secret Garden. And the Tony Award goes to Daisy Egan.
Look at Tiny.
She was so cute.
You said she's 6? That's too interesting.
I don't know how old she
No,
was. She was got to be like 8.
Let's see. Look at her face. You know what? It looks like you. She looks like you.
I don't think I can talk. Oh my God. Thank you. I'd like to thank Heidi, Marcia, and Lucy, and Susan Schulman for being so wonderful. I'd like to thank the Michaels, both Kazrin and Lichterfeld. I'd like to thank the Marvelous Company for being so wonderful, especially Allison Fraser and John Babcock.
Little baby.
Thank you, Jessica and Amelia.
Baby.
Thank you, my wonderful agent, Francis Del Duca. Thanks, Mom and Dad.
It was 12. I was right. Or 11 turned 12. There you go. Cheyenne found it.
Thank you for being so wonderful to me. Thank you especially to Molly, my sister, and Harold, and all the guys in room 402. Thanks.
It's so well composed.
I watch that like once a year to remind myself, like, if Daisy Egan can win a Tony as a child, like, you can do anything you want to do. You can be anything you want to be.
It's just a little bit weird that you look like her. I kind of want you to do that as a Halloween costume.
That's hilarious. I will take that compliment.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, like, hold on. Like, look.
Okay. I see it.
Yeah, there's a little bit of amber in that. So
I see it.
Oh, bye, Jeffrey. Thanks for joining. See you next week.
We'll see you next week. Have a happy belated.
Yes, happy belated birthday. But yeah, so now Jeffrey brought up a good point about cabaret. Let's talk about that for a little bit because we haven't had a cabaret talk in a while.
True.
Orville and Eva.
Orville and Eva.
They're doing pretty good.
Doing good.
Who's coming next?
I got nothing. I heard a rumor that the folks from London are coming.
I heard that rumor too. I don't call it. I don't believe it because
I don't either.
Here's the thing: as much as like, because you're like, oh well, it's going to be the first Black MC and a Black Sally in New York, but they are, unfortunately, unless you were super niche into the West End, they are not names that are going to pull people in like they're pulling in London. So from a marketing standpoint, I think it would kill the show. Because it's not going to be. I keep hearing the stupid Sabrina Carpenter and Miley Cyrus. Somebody said that the Sally will be from the Broadway world, and reverse. Sorry, the MC will be somebody from the Broadway world, and the Sally will be somebody from the music world. So kind of reversing again.
Right.
I don't know. So when does Orville leave?
They both leave the same time, I think in July.
Let's see. I'm looking that up. Because it's coming up soon. July 20th. July 20th, which feels like a shorter run compared to Adam and Ali, which I know it is.
Yeah.
But I'd be really curious to see. I don't know. So Jeffrey says Neil Patrick Harris. I would love it. I don't think people would take him seriously. And I also know how much Hedwig took out of him. And Hedwig is like kind of crawling all over the stage, but performing that long, I don't know if NPH would be able to or want to do that kind of energy work. And that's a big chunk. So who else do we think? I still would love to think that Aaron would come in. Who do you think? I have stumped Amber. She is frozen in stumpness.
I'm trying to think of someone like completely
off the wall.
Yeah. Like Obama.
No. Because now all I'm hearing is Michelle. But sorry. This is our lives, guys. This is what happens when we're too freaking tired. See, Olivia says Aaron. I say Aaron. But if they're going for more of like, I don't know. I just don't know. Cyndi Lauper is Sally Bowles.
Okay.
Girls just want to have fun.
Okay.
I don't know. I feel like we're going to hear something soon because we are under the 2-month mark. And I think they started marketing Orville a month out.
Yeah.
So,
I don't know.
Plus, with all the shows starting to already push, like Heather's did their full cast announcement, which we talked about last week, which I'm so freaking stoked for. And I wish I would have known that Carrie was going to do that when I just saw her. But Matt DeAngelis as the MC. Actually, Matt and Christine. So even though they're doing waitress and it's never going to happen. Can you imagine
Perfect. I love it.
Stark Sands as the MC. Hold on. I'm on to something. Stark as the MC. And Gina DeWall as Sally.
She's gonna be in Korea doing Gatsby.
I know.
Yeah.
Oh man, it's just I'm curious what's gonna happen with our little show over there. It'll be good. Jinx Monsoon if they gender swap one day. I don't know. I mean, Jinx could definitely do Sally. I would see Jinx as Sally over the MC.
Yeah.
What do you think? Jinx could do it for sure. Speaking of Jinx Monsoon, this is a terrible segue. Guess who I got to see for a couple of days at Fringe?
I'm gonna take a stab in the dark and say Ginger Minge.
Yay! Who looks incredible. Yes, I got to see Josh and CJ for a little bit. I was a very happy camper. It was like a nice little. We ran into each other in Milan. It was so nice. And I cannot wait to watch Drag Race. Ooh, okay. Cheyenne says, how about Harry Styles?
Oh, okay. That'd be a good one.
That would be fascinating. How would he be acting, though? What about, is it Rami Malek who did...
yeah.
That would be good, too.
What about Lil Nas X?
Get out of here. I'm ending the podcast right now. Oh, speaking of ending the podcast, no.
I'm doing a Lil Nas X impression.
No, I know.
I'm gonna take my town to the
my God, you're fired. I think Harry Styles would be Harry Styles versus Jinx Monsoon.
That's cool.
I would do that.
That's a cool one.
Cheyenne Boosh you.
I'm trying to think of who's going to sell tickets, Cheyenne.
All right, Cheyenne. Before we end, and I choke, who would you cast as Sally across from Harry? And silence. Okay, cool. Hey guys, don't forget Amber has a ton of our bracelets right next to her. You want to do a close-up on those because they look really impersonal, and yeah. So all of those beautiful bracelets are available on our Etsy shop, which you can find at thebroadwayfanclub.etsy.com. Do not forget, we can get you guys bracelets for the Tonys. So if you're having a Tonys party, or if you just want a Tonys 2025, or if you want like Best Actress, Best Actor, Best Ensemble, Best Bitch, I mean, come on. Mikey? I think you mean Miley. No. Cheyenne, you're kicked out of the show.
What about this is a maybe off the walls one.
Go on.
What about someone like Janelle Monáe?
Interesting. I could see it. The thing is, they have to act and sing and be comfortable running around in their underwear.
Right.
I don't want to see Miley Cyrus in her underwear.
Fair.
And I think her voice is too gruff for Sally.
I think her voice is too twangy to be British.
Yeah. It's like the best of both worlds, but it's really not. Thank you, Hannah Montana fans. There feels like there's like somebody that we're very blaringly like missing. And don't say Britney Spears, because I saw those running around on socials and that was a no. It's gonna be a no for me, dog. I know it would never happen, but like Drew Barrymore, a little bit older, too older, maybe as Fräulein Schultz. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe.
I don't know. There's really not a lot of people who could see as Sally that would do it justice, unless you go for like Sam Pauly. That'd be really interesting to see Sam do it.
Yeah.
But also, I'm blanking on names right now. What's her face? That came from Cabaret, from that took over for Eva.
Sarah Hyland?
Yes. I wonder how Sarah Hyland would do in that role.
Well, did you see the interview that Jessie J said she was offered the role?
Yeah. So I have a fun story about Jessie J. I don't know if it's necessarily fun, but when I was hired to do the Pride event, the year of the Pulse shootings, Gaga, nice, all right. And yes, at least it didn't say JoJo Siwa. But yeah, so when I was doing the event coordination, Jessie J was actually supposed to be the entertainment. So I had a very nice conversation with her and her management team, who was very understanding that they were not going to be flying in and dealing with that. So it's my little thing for the Pussycat Dolls. But yeah, I don't know how I'm going to say this, that I'm going to get shamed into leaving the podcast, even though we're running a few minutes late. Nicole Scherzinger as Sally, coming hot off of Sunset.
I'll fucking take it.
I would be fascinated by that. Fascinated.
I can't see her doing like the cigarette and the legs though. I can't see that coming from her.
Have you ever watched any Pussycat Dolls videos?
Yeah, but I don't know. I just can't see it. I can't see it.
But you could see freaking Moana do it.
Yeah.
Yes?
Yeah.
Our little innocent Ali, you could see. Oh, no.
Yeah.
Interesting. All right. Well, I pose it to you guys. Help us recast Cabaret just for funsies. We are going to be back to our regular bat time, regular bat schedule, regular bat channel next Monday for our 51st episode. But yes, please make sure you check out our Etsy shop, because it's how we manage to pay for our StreamYard to keep our podcast going. Hey, check it out. That's what we're doing now. Yes, tons of Tony's options. If you have something that you want to customize, like Cheyenne's Tony's party, we can do that too.
That's
so
a lot of letters.
Amber
Maybe
is
not
that. Cat sitting. No, I want it to be Cheyenne's 2025 Tony's party, hosted by Cheyenne Cook. It'd be a really big bracelet. And with that,
what is it?
Make sure you guys check out. Oh no.
Yeah.
Go away.
A
Yes,
necklace.
guilt.
It's a necklace.
The Broadway. It's a necklace. The BroadwayFanClub.com. And also, guys, don't forget, we do still have great options. I know a lot of our members have been asking. We are still offering discounted rates to some really wonderful hotels right in the heart of the theater district at the W Times Square and the Westin Times Square. If you use the code E7103, they'll take very good care of you. We're adding an additional hotel in the next couple of weeks. Stay tuned for that. Cheyenne's like, wait, what? This is fun. We're just draining our batteries. It's great. We love you guys. Thank you for tuning in when we are so dead tired that we're falling asleep. As Amber is cuddling a pillow.
I already got my pillow because I'm going back to bed.
Yes. So we'll see you guys next week. Thanks for joining us for our crazy 50th episode. Official 50th episode. Next week, stay tuned because we are going to be going deep down the Tonys rabbit hole again because it'll be our last show before the Tony Awards. And then my favorite show of the entire year becomes the very next day, that following Monday, when we go, I was right, you were wrong, or yay, we both suck, we got them all wrong. So stay tuned, guys. Amber, go to sleep. Everybody have a great rest of your week. Don't forget that we're going to be back to our regular schedule for next Monday. We hope you all had a great Memorial Day. Celebrate it with your friends and family. And have a great evening, everybody. Hasta la pasta.
Remember last week when I panicked because I thought the Tonys already happened?
Yeah, that was weird. I don't know what you're doing with that. But we're both very tired. It happened.